Come and do that. The Ha Giang loop with me, one of the best things you can do in the whole of Vietnam. Let's go. The most in-depth look at the Ha Giang loop on the internet. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Join me as we do a 5-day tour of Ha Giang and Cao Bang. No filter, no sugarcoating, just the truth. Let's go.
I had mixed feelings after this first day. The views were stunning, but we had no idea what was going on. It was quite saturated and felt a bit more like a tourist conveyor belt than an adventure into rural Vietnam.
Day 2, so this is the day our tour actually starts. Yesterday we just come here, and yeah, today it starts. We're in Ha Giang. We're just getting some breakfast, which is included in the package. I'm excited, I'm gassed, and it's freezing. As you can see, I'm dressed appropriately. First things first, let's get breakfast. So we'll see either eggs or pancakes. That's the options. I had to get another one because I'm still starving. Just showing you guys around the lodge here, the hostel. It's exposed to the elements, so it does get quite loud at night with the insects, and it did get really cold. The accommodation can vary a lot depending on the provider, so make sure you check this before booking. Bear with me with the audio quality, guys. I've recorded this entire series off my iPhone, and I think it's a bit water damaged and the microphone's a bit iffy. So, apologies. We are working on getting it fixed. You're going to be my driver?
Yeah, I'm got Raven. My name's Đức. My name's Đức.
Đức.
Yeah.
Poya.
Poya.
P.
Poya. P.
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 What are we doing here?
This is a workshop to customize your helmet.
Customize the helmet. Why? Well, before we set out, we just tried on our hats, and they had a fun little activity where you customize your hat by drawing on it. Obviously, I'm no Picasso, so I did try my best. You can tell that's a UK flag, so I'm happy. And then after this, we just had Doug, my driver and the lead driver, explain the route to us. Finished product, as you can see. I'm not an artist.
125 kilometers.
You're doing the 5 day?
I'm doing the 4 days.
Oh, it's
So
just...
you're going to
3 days. I'm going to have a 2 day.
Just me and you for 2 days.
Đấy.
Oh, just me?
Just you. Only you.
You drink?
What?
You drink?
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 uống rượu không?
Ah.
Yeah? Okay, good. Hey. I'm the only one doing the 5 day. The other guys are doing the 3 day and the 4 day. So we'll be together and then we'll speed up eventually along the route. I'm the only one that's going to Cao Bang, but I'll be with my rider. Now, this is how you know I'm extra. Yes, guys. So I got this just to sit on because I know your ass is going to be sore. Your stuff goes in a waterproof bag, strapped onto the back of the bike, and just like that, the journey begins. Let's go. We had to quickly get a video before we set off. I made sure we did. Hey, let's go. Let's go. I was so excited. I'd heard so much. I was expecting so much. People saying it's the best thing they've ever done in their lives. So I just wanted to get stuck in and experience it for myself. So on the first day, we go to Dong Van. And by this point in the day, me and my group still didn't know what to expect. We didn't have an explanation about the day or what we would be doing, where we would be stopping. And yeah, it was very spontaneous. I was still taking everything in and processing the views. So today has the most stop-offs out of any day in the loop, 7 altogether. This first day actually felt quite unauthentic. We'd be riding for half hour, to stop at a viewpoint for half hour. It felt less like an adventure into rural Vietnam and more like a tourist conveyor belt. One thing about Ha Giang, and especially the first day, is quite saturated. And the reason for this is everybody starts off in Ha Giang, and there's a few famous viewpoints that are a must to see. So the first day is always going to be like this. Everybody's going to be stopping off at these same viewpoints. The longer you are on the loop and the deeper into the country you go, the less busy it gets. have your inner photographer ready because today is the day that you get the most iconic pictures. We're just gonna try smoking Vietnamese style. Of course, I had to immerse myself and my lungs into the local culture. You can find these tobacco pipes all over the loop, and you normally get a cup of tea with it as well to take away the aftertaste. The tobacco pipe is very strong, especially if you don't smoke. You're gonna get a head rush, and especially if you haven't ate, just be careful it's not too strong, guys. Be careful you don't throw up. Don't say I didn't warn you. But honestly, that was great fun. That was actually one of the highlights of the day. It made the stop more memorable and a bit of fun. Woo! Head rush! Yeah. So at Longtan Village, we were supposed to have a workshop with the local Hmong people where we could weave ourselves and try out some of the techniques. Unfortunately, we didn't get this, which was really disappointing. After a long day of repetitive picture stops, I was looking forward to something different and immersing myself in the local culture. I raised the issue whilst I was on the loop. I messaged the providers directly on WhatsApp, as you can see, and the response they gave me just wasn't really good enough. It's clearly in the itinerary and we didn't have it. So this was really disappointing and I did feel like I missed out. I hate being negative, but I promise you guys the truth, and that's exactly what you're gonna get with me. No sugarcoated. Lunchtime. So lunch is a sharing style meal. Like most of the meals on the loop, they bring you out multiple platters which you share between your group. It looks like a lot of food, but bear in mind, this is between 6 people. I was still quite hungry after I ate, and the food was cold as well, just because it's been sitting out there all day. Just being honest. This is today's most iconic stop. You can see the famous looping Pham Ma Pass. It was quite busy, but the scenery in getting here was just beautiful and mountainous. And the closer we got to Dong Van, the more beautiful it got. And just like that, the first day was nearly over. This is the last stop of the day, the Hmong's King's Palace. There's a small fee to pay when you get in there. For context, this was the residence of a local king. Now think less royal family and more local lord. It is just a small house and I found it quite boring. There wasn't much context to it, everything was in Vietnamese, I didn't really know what was going on. Other groups did seem to have a guided tour, but none of our guides came in with us or explained anything, which is disappointing again. And unfortunately, it's something that's going to happen again and again. The last leg of today's journey was the best, and it filled me with excitement.
Pause? Pause what?
You said something gay, so you gotta say no homo.
As I was saying, and it filled me with excitement as we rode through windy mountain roads. The earlier mist had cleared up. We had a beautiful sunset. And this made up for the last stop. For all my solo riders, please pay attention. There is quite a lot of road maintenance going on in Vietnam. So please drive with care. Drive with care. Little tip for you guys, if you bring a cushion to sit on, it's gonna make your journey so much nicer. Trust me.
Okay, let's come with me.
So the accommodation for the second night is a bed in a shared dormitory, and that's the first time I've ever stayed in a dorm, guys, believe it or not.
Here, 1 year, and 1 year.
That is day one, day 2 of the tour, but the first actual day of riding done.
Pause!
So we left at 9:30, and we got to our location in Dong Van at 4:30. So now we're just gonna head out to the town and just explore it. But make sure you buy a cushion to sit on. That is the best money I ever spent. I was comfortable the whole journey. Other people were complaining about how... Other people were complaining about how they were uncomfortable, but not me. I was fully comfortable, alright? So we're just walking around the town. There's not really too much here. It's just the town. It seems like a lot of the businesses are just aimed at tourists. Very expensive, more expensive than Hanoi. 3-4 times the price for everything. But yeah, it just seems like a lot of the businesses are sort of tourist traps. But yeah, it's a small town and it's worth just walking around and discovering.
I had mixed feelings after this first day. Some of the stops were quite underwhelming, and I thought we'd be driving further and much faster. But the scenery was beautiful and there was so much for me to process.
Dinner was a hot pot, which wasn't really the best, but the highlight of the night has to be having a drink with the group and learning how to say cheers in Vietnamese.
Say cheers in Vietnamese.
Mood hai ba so.
Hai ba zo. Một hai ba zo. Hai ba zo.
Hai ba zo.
The second day felt completely different. The roads, the rides, the scenery, and it really felt like the adventure just started.
Yeah, today's been much better. Better stops, much better views, phenomenal.